All right, Tino, you're back on the bench. You're not coming out to play anytime
Bye,
soon.
Tarantula. No more hairiness there.
Are tarantulas hairy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Have you ever been to Australia and seen the tarantulas there?
No.
They're giant.
I've seen some big spiders in like the Sierras, but that's like it.
The funny thing is, they are not poisonous. So
Tarantulas?
Yeah, they're
Aren't they
just-
trap hunters?
yeah, but they're not poisonous.
Superman banned away
I knew that.
here by the Dino Riders. Gonna
Yeah, that's the second ban.
potentially-
Superman may be target banning. They're target banning someone on Yugen potentially.
It should be Monday, because Monday is an incredibly good Superman player. But what's curious is that Monday is playing the jungle this week.
Aram seems to be the ban away. Yugen, of course, doing this in game number 1.
Oh.
That's taken off the board, which leaves plenty of options.
Elsu.
Elsu seems to
Why?
be the opportunity here.
Are you banning Aram?
Sojin's arm is very good, actually. He knows how to play it
But
under
like-
tower. But honestly,
so
his
is-
Baldwin is freaking phenomenal.
So is Elsu? Are you really less
Yeah, I
more
think
afraid of
I'd be
an
more
Aram?
afraid of Elsu than Arm, honestly.
Exactly.
So, but if you take away Arm, that means you make some assassins more viable, like Quillin and so on. But we'll see based on the mage pickup too, because if Quillin's picked, then Alistair is a good counter.
I think they're taking...
I'm surprised Quillin's not being played that much, actually.
They're definitely taking their time with this last pick as well, trying to see if they would prefer maybe the Sephora to go back into the hands of Sleepy, who
Yeah,
performed
that's
very
true.
well on that as well.
Did the most
Maybe they're
damage.
capable of going with another dive composition if they can get themselves a Baldum. Again, maybe have the crazy Baldum plays that we sowed out of Sojin. Could be an opportunity, but instead they say, nope, we're going to go with the Elsu. Now, we have seen Elsu flexed, so that could be Sleepy in the mid lane, or it could go in the side lane with Zeus.
I'm going to predict then it's run by Zeus, because he does seem to be their ADC player this cycle. Yugen Dynasty have a kind of tough choice ahead of them. They could go, of course, for this
Sephora, yeah.
But we're not
Sephiroth.
going makeup shopping, not today.
Sephiroth definitely needs to be picked here. Oh, I do like the Baldwin pick, denying it from Sojin. We saw that it was such a key hero for him, so I do like the Baldum pickup.
The Baldum will allow the Sephiroth to have some good engages. Their other choice there was, of course, going for an Annette, which I almost would have preferred because it gives them a few more options to cut off Chase. But they need tank, as we've seen so many times in Tunnel, so you need someone beefy enough to eat. Oh, yes, no. Oh. You need someone beefy enough to tank the shots coming through from the Elsu.
Gilder!
Zeus has done this before.
Yeah, he has.
He's already got, but that would force Elsu into the mid lane with Sleepy.
No. Run it top lane. That's where they ran it before.
Okay.
And I can tell you why they'd be doing it as well.
Hey, it's better than Malik.
Because the side lane, Gilder has been run as an answer to Elsu because of the long range on his stun, particularly North America think he's a counter to Elsu. I'm a big Gilder fan and I'm not really sure about that, Chief, but I still like the idea. So
It gets locked in.
they're locking in the Gilder
I mean,
to deny that and give them another stun engage and another tank.
Flicker Gilder Alto is gonna be pretty insane.
There's your Quillin, though,
Honestly,
Sweet J. You get
yeah.
Quillin locked in now for the jungle. Rourke gets taken away. Hawaii's not going to be playing that one anytime soon, as the second phase of the bans have begun.
Oh my god, I'm getting a Gilder.
Yeah.
You are getting a Gilder.
Indulgence ultimate, constant stun, flicker in there. Quillin being picked up, that means Alistair is a pretty good counter to him. And Omen too.
Take that back.
Omen is pretty good as well. I think they're probably gonna ban Omen or Alistair potentially here. We'll see.
Wait, is Gilder a decent Quillin counter?
Actually, his ultimate, his ultimate could
well,
actually
not just
stop.
that, but he also has some really long-range stun on his Midas touches and his auto attack.
Right, yeah, you're right.
Opportunities aplenty.
believe
Theory crafting even more. Necroth gets banned away in the jungle by Yugen Dynasty. One more left alive. That's the Richter. They want to get the Richter off and away, as of course the top lane has not been decided for Yugen Dynasty just yet, as now Yugen gets the chance for the next ban, or sorry, the next pick rather, and what they're going to have here in phase 2.
I also really sympathize with whoever was advocating for that Gilder on Dino Riders, because it was exactly what happens in all my games with my friends. I could see how long it took him to convince the rest of his team that he was going to play Gilder and it was going to be okay. It like took him a while.
I want to give you a piece of enlightened knowledge.
Right?
There are 9 other heroes that are going to be on that battlefield besides Gilder.
Uh-huh.
Just letting you know.
Nah, I don't believe you. The Joker-Quillen combo will go through for Yugen Dynasty. I like the Joker particularly because he has a long-range response. You're dealing with both Elsu and Gilder, who have that long-range poke. Hey, Gilder again. And the Joker gives you a few tools to get back at them without needing to enter their range.
Oh, look
Zil
at this. Zil
locked in.
and Liliana. Let's go on magic damage.
Now, Liliana, for those of you that are unaware, played by Sleepy in Season 2. It was a pinned tweet on his Twitter for the longest time because over the course of 300 games, he had a 97% win rate. The winningest Liliana in the West and one of the best Lilianas in the world in as far as knowledge capabilities.
Yeah, his Liliana, I mean, the gold per minute, the kills that he has, he gets so many kills on Liliana. I mean, he understands this hero's limits so well, and the way he uses Fox form, that's why I love a really aggressive Liliana. It's an aggressive play using the Fox form Reiki shot and then human form transformations.
They have kind of a double stun engage from that Annette Gilder, and they're relying on that being the front line that allows their Liliana Zil to find melee damage and the Elsu to poke in from the back lines.
Omen, 10 seconds left remaining on Yugen Dynasty is locked and ready to go. Gentlemen, we have our compositions. Dino Riders going with something much more unconventional, but certainly keeping true with the Dino Riders name. Let's break down this composition in actualities, though, and how it's going to perform against Yugen.
It's just all about the stun game. The theory, so Gilder's a stun machine. That's always why I've loved him, because you have literally all of his attacks do stuns, including his basic attacks.
Yeah.
And then once you've used that Gilder to lead the way, you have the Annette who thrives off of already stunned targets because of the wind cuffs. So if you're already stunned, you have more time to line up the wind cuffs, which are a further extended stun. And then while they're stunned for 8 billion years, you have so much the benefits from stunned and slowed targets, be it the Zil, Liliana, or Elsu.
Yeah, and also you have Annette's Hurricane Wall, you have Gilder's Indulgence Ultimate, and you have Elsu who has his Disengage, Jump Away. So they have a lot of ways to basically jump around the Quillen to make sure Quillen does not get onto the Elsu. So that's going to be very interesting to see how Quillen is going to be able to lock down Elsu because he's going to need Omen's Death Embrace.
All right, flipping the script, though. We've got the stun machine capabilities from the composition of Dino Riders. Are there any bonuses that we see from Yugen that could potentially offset the stun machine that Dino Riders are going to be creating?
I think my favorite game to play is going to be tracking the Quillen.
Yeah.
Quillen is one of the few assassins that scales well into the late game. If he can get out ahead and get farmed and get into the late game, I think this Quillen can do a lot to the backline. Because there isn't actually that much HP on the Dino Rider side. It's like the Gilder and that's it.
Backline is key. When Quillen is played extremely well, he is absolutely disgusting. And the key is he's got to get behind his opponents and activate that 100% crit strikes that he has.
Well, gentlemen, we find ourselves in a TJ Dreamland as Gilder has taken the stage in game number 2 of our first match between Yugen Dynasty and the Dino Riders.
I really like watching Zeus play. I don't know why. I'm just a big fan.
Yeah, I know. I love Zeus. And
oh
there
my
we go.
God! There's the AoE stun. The extravagance through, but they got too far. Dino Riders hard punished for their overextension.
You're dancing for that Gilder, hitting 2 people, but guess what? It's a 5 versus 3, man. That's not going to work out for you, unfortunately. So really nice anticipation by Yugen there to counter that engage.
Yugen full stacked that top invade. They like literally had 5 players there.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I mean, they just read the movements and the intention of Dino Riders like a book, and they countered it. So, but Joker versus Elsu is going to be really interesting. I want to see how this matchup is going to play out. I'm really curious to see if a good Joker can outplay an Elsu here because they can actually play the poke game with each other pretty well.
Yeah, it is very much about that poke game down bottom, Joker into Elsu. But I do think I have to side with the Elsu. The one downside is it will take Shozen a while to scale up. Ooh, done. Nicely
but
done.
Don't forget he has pick a card, any card, which makes him. Oh, he could have used it right there to basically be immune to that physical damage.
Sleepy, scooped up, checking. Very good support player in his own right.
Wow.
May have brushed over it. He almost takes down Sleepy, forces out the flicker.
Yeah, people forget that Sephora does a lot of damage when she can combo all of her abilities there and get her next auto-enchanted attack off. It does a lot of damage, and that's why you're seeing so much damage output and why Sleepy did the most damage in game 1.
Sly now picking up the character. Sleepy on Liliana opposing him. We'll have to see if they can bring that character to bear. Once again, there's a lot more early game capacity, I feel, on Yugen. Towards the late game, Dino Riders have the advantage, except for that Quillen, which Yugen will scale very well.
Yeah, Quillen is at 1.1k gold lead, slightly ahead of the Zil here, Hawaii. And that's going to be key because once Hawaii reaches level 4, that's when Zil really wants to damage.
Ooh. Having to duel the Quillen at close range, not ideal. Monday will need to snipe though. Shozen plays that well, kiting back, but they will lose CLZ. That's not a good start at all, and it might get worse. Hawaii goes in, 1v3, 1v4. He can't get the kills, nor can the snipes. And it will be Dino Riders down 0-5.
Man, I love what Monday did there. The way he's positioning, he gets behind him, gets the kill, and then the wild charge from Chicken actually helps him secure the next kill by putting a net right in the back and crosshairs of Quillen there. And you can see Marcus here just winning the top with Omen here. Goder not doing as well in top lane.
Weirdly uncoordinated from Dino Riders, especially considering that last game. Very strange one-by-one commits to these fights, and Chicken, as the support player, was just picking them apart.
You can see why Quillen's so dangerous. He can sneak up on his opponent. He's level 6 right now compared to everyone else who's below him. When Quillen gets ahead, that is extremely dangerous for the opponent team, so they have to be extra cautious. They need to get Ring of the Fiend as soon as possible. You can see Annette's trying to rush it here, because once they get that, they need to leverage it to make sure that Quillen is not able to sneak up on their high-value targets.
The Ring of the Fiend giving vision through bushes, someone countering the Quillen. That means that, pressure in the mid lane comes through. Sleepy in trouble again. Tides of Life can't quite kill him. The Water Spirits don't either. Hawaii full commit though, and he's chained in. Marcus with a great depth of embrace. They will get the kill. It's a narrow thing though, and CLZ scoop forward. This could get actually far worse as Monday cleans up Sleepy, and CLZ's pinned down as well. Zeus can't get the trade. He's full committed. He'll spend his indulgence, and it was great.
Yeah, they needed it earlier. Look how low Yugen's team is. But again, Quillen coming from the back. The combos from Sephora and the wild charges from Chicken have been so great and well-timed there that Quillen is able to maximize what he's meant to do, is go to the back and assassinate.
Hawaii, Tides of Life, don't feel Monday. Sleepy's here. There's the Foxtrot in. He'll get the kill, lose his ally in the trade, but if he can burn down Sly, it's all in his favor. I don't think he wins that fight, though. For the 2-level deficit, he doesn't either. He'll back off. Now Dual Spirals is in.
My
the Cab Blaster, it absolutely annihilates Sleepy. And CLZ just needs to bail.
Yeah, and Sojin is actually playing Elsu there. I just noticed here, and the support is being played by CLZ, so they kind of switch roles a little bit. This may have affected Dino Riders slightly, I feel, because Sojin was such a good support. So interesting that he's playing Elsu instead of his teammates.
We've seen this, the Elsu effect. Many teams just don't know how to play Elsu.
Yeah.
And it forces them to do really weird things to their player roster.
Yep, and he's a very specific hero with a very specific playstyle. You got to really understand and have hundreds of games under him to really be able to land not only the snipes, but also understand how aggressive he can be played.
Marcus, you made a key mistake. You walked into a Gilder and you thought you wouldn't get stumped.
Yeah, the exuberance there. The indulgence ultimate there constantly stuns you, and that's a death trap there. You can't really hang around a Gilder and stand next to him.
Sleepy will go in, finding damage onto Chicken, who is underneath tower. The Wild Prison did land. I don't know if Sly's the kill. He'll try, though, with the Tides of Life, and they've got the Cattle after as well. Sleepy's gone, but this snipe shows it. Does find the kill. Hawaii gets 2 in response. A turnaround, maybe, for Dino Riders.
Good. Look at the items he's able to purchase after those kills there. Hawaii just got 2 kills. That was devastating, and a misplay by Yugen giving those kills over.
Zeus in trouble, though. Monday with the dive. He'll be death beckoned in. The double stun from Midas Touch is not enough. Monday keeps himself scaling.
Yeah, Monday needs to keep up his momentum because he is so ahead right now, and that is a good play there by taking advantage of Zeus, kind of over-positioning, because, hey, your whole team's across the map. They just won the fight. Play it safe, protect your tower, and now because of this, you have to get Sleepy up to top lane, protect that tower, and not give over that tier 1 top.
When I like to use the term of a death group coming through from Dino Riders here, they're 2 grouped, and it's costing them farm and tower damage because they're putting so much emphasis on protecting Shozen.
Yeah, and the next key thing for Yugen here is there's a lot of magic damage on the side of Dino Rider. So when they start building Medallion of Troyes, whoo, they can counter all three heroes with a lot of magic damage burst.
Hawaii onto Monday. Does get him to half HP, but the trade is there. Dual Spiral's doing so much damage, shows him himself in a lot of trouble. He will go down. CLZ focus, the canned laughter. He barely escapes.
Yeah, you can see the amount of burst damage from Monday. He's just so ahead there. It was a very risky and aggressive play by Hawaii, trying to get on his opponents there. He does have a Apocalypse finish, so he has some damage, but they gotta be careful with mine. Look at him. Look how sneaky he is here. Oh my goodness.
Sleepy, you gotta run. Foxtrot for the turn. Canned laughter.
Wow.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that's exactly why Quillen is so dangerous. You saw as soon as he saw that Quillen was on top of him, Sleepy had to turn to face him because you cannot let Quillen strike you from the back like that.
Hawaii, though, doesn't two players. Dual Spiral's very low. The Tornado, though, mostly targets Chicken. He can't get the kill. Ooh. My God, Dual Spirals is quietly going off here.
Yeah, the key now is Hawaii. He's got to scale. He's got to get more fed because, again, Zeo has such a long cooldown on his ultimate. That's the key there. And they have to combo together because you can see how much burst damage he's starting to do. He has more items. Once he gets a third tier 3 item, Hawaii is going to come online, but the team's got to be there with him. Liliana's burst damage, as well as the support from his squad, is the key for them to win these next fights, because Hawaii cannot go in by himself like that and get focused by Monday.
Hawaii's had 5 deaths. Sleepy and mid, same count. That's rough.
Yeah, it is very rough. Because you can see the wind cuff. You know, you can do so many combos with the wind cuff, pulling people together, stunning them. Then you have Liliana stun as well. Then you can follow up with the Zill.
How many times has this wave crashed in mid and just no one's picked it up? That cost them a tower earlier.
Yeah, that's something. The wave control, again, that's one of Dino Rider's actual big weaknesses is they don't know how to manage wave control when they're behind, and they give up a lot of free towers. And I saw that last weekend too. That's something they definitely need to focus on, is better wave management and wave control.
Sleepy has to commit forward, does dodge the Wild Prison. CLZ with the Hurricane Wall tries to storm the team, but I'm not sure it's enough.
My
As
God.
Monday just dives in, shows will try and brawl against him, but there's the high ground down. Zeus needs to hold.
Wow.
Big stuns, but that's not enough. He's 1v5, and he can't do it. Game number 2 to Yugen. It's a tied series.
Wow, and like I said, Quillen. Why don't people play enough Quillen here? And this is why he is so dangerous. And why, you know, honestly, Alistair would have been a great pick into that, but you know what, they decided to go, or they had Liliana there, and Joker actually worked pretty well into Elsu.
Yeah.
Elsu never really dominated the bot lane and took it away, as we see a lot of Elsus do. But then again, I think also Baldwin was key. Chicken had a lot of good wild charges, and some wild prisons there, but the wild charges from Chicken really set up his team for success.